know you say you don't fast, but when you were going through the healing process, what did you consume?
What healing process are you talking about? When I was going through what healing process? You guys are making up stories and manipulating yourself. Like, you're putting some sort of healing process on your own self of this and that. Like, what healing process? The time that I got stung by a bee? The time that I cut my elbow? Or what healing process? You guys are trying to make up a falsified historical event to justify the question. Nothing but what's actual. Hey, Mikey, this is my question. You don't have to make a falsifiable event. You don't have to try to make or fabricate something up. You're going to say like, hey, Mikey, okay, cool. I want to fast or fasting this. You don't have to say like, okay, when you were going through what healing process? There's no healing process. There really isn't. I use the term healing for you guys because you're familiar with it, but healing doesn't exist. You're either regenerating or you're not. When you don't regenerate, you die. That's it. You're done. This is like you're donezo, bro. But whenever you continue regenerating, like it mentioned in the guide, the philosophy portion, you have the 3 pillars of life. Energy, consciousness, and regeneration. See a spider over there in the corner, like just like creeping through the curtains. I'm like, oh, I see you, buddy. I'll visit you later. Anyway, so you have the 3 pillars of life: energy, consciousness, and regeneration. There's no healing in that. You don't need to heal because you're always regenerating. You just got to get out of your way and stop blunting your own regeneration, and you'll never need to heal. Healing's a farce. It's stupid. It doesn't even make any sense. You're only healed because you weren't aware. When you stop paying attention, you injured yourself. But if you start paying attention, you never get injured in the first place. So you don't need to heal. There's no healing journey. The people who are on the healing journey will heal for the next 20 years. There's people who've been on a healing journey all their life. It's like, bro, when do you want to finally heal? They're not, because it doesn't happen. It's a justifiable point to keep themselves in that position because it's psychosis, and they keep themselves purposeful. They have an identity as long as they're in a healing journey. And it's easier to stay where you are versus move to the next thing when you don't know what's before you. When you don't know what the next door is, when you built up value in this, you don't want to leave this because this is now the identity. And if you go there, you have to start over. People are lazy. So they stay healing. This is my healing journey. And they'll hold on that stuff for the rest of their life. So there's no story. There's no healing journey. Besides, I said I injured myself with calisthenics, but like after that, I was like, I'm not doing calisthenics. But there's no healing journey of what you're trying to say for me. That like that's a marketing ploy. That's a story. People like stories. So guess what? Marketing teams have constructed stories for fitness influencers to captivate you, so you listen to them because they say my journey, and it sounds sweet and it sounds relatable. I'm not that guy. I don't give an F about that stuff. I'm not trying to say some marketing story so you can hear me blah 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 blah. I had boobs and I had boobies at 9 years old. I got the F over it by the time I was a teenager, and I just continued being a man the rest of my life. I took responsibility, I took ownership, and now I'm here. That's my story. Blah 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 blah. But through my healing journey, I did this and I did that. You get what I'm saying? But they had programmed whoever. I love you, whoever that is. Who's the person? What's their name? They're awesome. Hey, I love you. I'm not even like, I'm just so hyped right now. I'm not being aggressive towards you. I just have so much freaking energy, bro. I'm just like,
It was Blake.
Blake, you're awesome, bro. So I'm not even coming against you. But they have indoctrinated you so much that you already have a preconceived notion that I have a healing journey. There's no healing journey. There's no healing journey. You're either regenerating or you're not. And you're doing that every single second. When you're 60, when you're 6. If you stop regenerating when you're 6, you die by 7. If you stop regenerating when you're 13, you die by 14. If you stop regenerating when you're 50, you die by 51. You're always regenerating. There's no healing journey. It's bullcrap that people have made up. And that's why they stay stuck in the same results, and they hop from trend to trend. Because if that crap worked, there wouldn't be new trends at 26. Fascia, ice therapy, infrared, tanning my Tate. Is that what they call it? Tate? Taunt? The sphincter sure. When they put in the butt, when they put in the sun. What? I don't even know. There's all the urine therapy. They wouldn't have to hop to all these things if they work, but the fact that they don't work and there's new ones show that they didn't work before. There's no journey. It's just manipulation. So anyway, what's this question though? So I want you guys to have that. Before we get into this, when you approach something, if you have a preconceived notion, you're going to automatically construct this idea in your mind that's going to direct you into a certain way to where you may not even see what is actual. You will have caused disillusionment in your own mind that you won't even see what's real because you told yourself this story that was implemented by the industry. If I made a beautiful story and I put color grading on the video and inspiring music, and I showed pictures of me as a kid with boobies, and it said, but I didn't give up, I did not lose hope, then people have a heartfelt position towards me, and I can probably sell and make a lot of money. But I don't believe in that crap. I believe that's manipulation. I don't like it. I don't feel good. I don't want that. I don't like when people do it. I don't want to do it. So with all that being said, you can understand that when you come with these preconceived notions, that means something has already been installed in your subconsciousness, that you're already looking at the world in a specific bias and preference, which is the thing that's keeping you and blocking you from seeing reality for what it actually is. Come with your mind completely erased and blank and look at it. What am I looking at? What is this? What is this? What is this? Not, okay, well, he's on a healing journey. He says, no. Hey, Mikey, are you on a healing journey? Hey, like that, you'll get a lot greater clarity, clearer answers, expedited results. It makes things so much faster. All right.